Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of No More Yes Girls, where we're your hosts, Vivian and Vianney, talk about our healing journeys.
Yes, another
Hello.
episode.
Hello. So, this episode, we want to start off by talking about and going straight into it, um, and which is clarity. I used to think clarity would come to me, like one day I just wake up and I would know exactly what to do, like just a click.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah,
Like everything would feel certain, peaceful, obvious. But what I actually learned is that clarity doesn't come when everything is quiet. It actually comes when you finally stop ignoring what you already feel.
yeah, yep,
That's my take.
yeah. And and that's so true because clarity is so important when it comes to healing because you have to be clear of your own emotions, of your own triggers, of your own patterns. And you have to be so clear and make sure that you are not sugarcoating your
Mhm.
feelings.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to healing, we have to be aware. We talked about awareness last week. We have to be aware of that. And we have to understand that in order to let something go, we have to be clear that it is hurting us. It is trauma. It's not just like, it's deeper than just the surface level problem.
I want to add to that because I mean, those are definitely good points too. But I kind of, I've been realizing that when I was doing my whole healing journey, I would relate it to avoidance.
Hmm.
Um, I used to say, "Oh, I'm just confused," or just like, I don't know, but mainly I was just confused. But deep down I knew I wasn't confused. I knew I just didn't want to accept the truth
Yeah.
because accepting it to me meant I had to change something. And change is super uncomfortable. Like it's a lot of work.
Hmm.
So we just stay in the I don't know phase because it feels safer than making a decision.
Yeah.
And overall, clarity requires honesty. And I think that's where the avoidance part comes in.
Yeah. Well, because it's hard to be honest. It's
Yeah.
hard to be honest even with yourself.
Yeah.
Again, like we mentioned the last episode, it's victimizing yourself because that's our safe place,
Hmm.
making ourselves a victim
Yeah.
of our own reality.
Yeah. Of outgrowing people, setting boundaries,
Yeah.
letting go of what felt familiar, what feels familiar. Yeah. So if the toxicity feels familiar to you, and you're trying to let go of that, it is so hard because that's all you've ever known. Same thing if you grew up with unfortunate traumatic events or grew up in a very loud household, when you try to let that go or try to become a little different, it's nerve-wracking. It's nerve-wracking because you never been that version of you before.
Hmm.
So you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what to expect. You're literally going into the unknown and not knowing what the outcome is going to be.
Yeah. Yeah. And let me just give you a little example of the difference between saying I'm stressed. And this is because it's more deeper than that, you know. Um, just sometimes we do confuse it and say, oh my God, I'm just so stressed out. I'm overwhelmed. But having clarity is recognizing that you actually feel abandoned.
Mhm.
And that's why it hurts. It's not just, like I mentioned, the surface level, it's deep, it's deeper than that. And then I just want to give some examples of not having clarity and having clarity. So without clarity, you're going to repeat cycles because you're going to continue doing the same thing over and over and over again because you're not clear and you have not been honest with yourself, right? Then also, you, we're going to try to fix the wrong problem. Just like I said, I'm stressed and we're thinking, oh, I'm stressed because this, and that, when actually it's deeper than that, right? And also, we're just trying to find a solution for a surface level solution for a deeper wound. So it's kind of like putting a band-aid on without actually having, to go past that. However, when we get to the point of having clarity, we stop blaming ourselves blindly and we heal from the root,
Mhm.
right? And then we can actually make choices that are going to align with our truth, with who we really are. So that's why clarity in healing is so important to know ourselves, our triggers, be honest with ourselves, and be able to release everything and be clear of where we're going, what we want.
They said even though a lot of us were raised to keep the peace, to be liked, to not hurt anybody, even if it meant hurting ourselves,
Yeah.
going back to continuing choosing yourself, even
Hmm.
if it disappoints others.
Yeah. And it's because essentially not having clarity is like trying to find your way in the dark.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Because clarity just turns on the light. Have you, sister, had any moments where you'd have to face and be clear about certain things within you?
Oh, for sure. Um, there are many moments leaving my first relationship, which is essentially leading to a divorce and a separation that was not pretty.
Hmm.
But I had to let that go, even though it disappointed everyone around me or the majority of the people around me, because even though my mind was confused, my body was not.
Yeah. Yep.
My body always, hence my intuition, always nudged me like, okay, we got to leave or we got to make or choose this decision. Even though my mind was always so confused, but deep down I knew that it wasn't confusion, that it was the next step I needed to take. Now,
Yeah.
same thing with my with leaving my career. I went to nursing after I ended up separating. I went to nursing school, did nursing for years, and well, with years, and then I met my now partner. And again, I had the opportunity to move halfway across the country. And again, my mind was confused because, oh my gosh, how am I going to leave my family? I've been helping my family. I've been helping people here around me who need help. Like, how are they going to survive without me? But my body knew
Yeah.
deep down, my body knew I was supposed to come over here. Like, it was an instant yes. So then, when I ended up moving over here, went back and continued working in nursing, but I had more time to now actually focus on myself, which I've never really done deeper and a deeper level before until I moved over here. And that's when I started up with my social media and I started growing. And then to the point, again, that decision came, okay, it's time for you to leave nursing. Again, my mind was confused, but deep down, I knew it was the decision I'm supposed to take,
Yeah.
and so on and so forth. Like now, I left nursing, I took the leap of faith. I'm now doing this full time podcasting. Again, the decision for podcasting. deep down, I knew I was supposed to do podcasting, supposed to do something food related, but I never knew what it was. But deep down, it comes out of me.
Hmm.
And learning again, we're going back to trust, learning to trust the whole process. Because my mind is confused, my body already knows the answers.
Yeah.
And then again, it's ultimately God showing me the way. When
Hmm.
I say my body already knows or my body knows what answers to take, it's essentially God pointing me to
Yeah.
the direction, even though I'm confused as hell. Like, why am I supposed to be doing like this just doesn't make sense. But it
Yeah.
was never to make sense. You're guided.
Yeah.
I've been guided to be where I'm at now. And if I didn't pay attention um to going through I'm sorry, let me backtrack. Now, after making all of those decisions, I look back and it was clear to me that I was supposed to take those decisions because it all leads me to my higher purpose. It all leads me to healing. It leads me to helping other people or be the change I want to see in everybody else.
Yeah.
So for me, that's my clarity. Ultimately, all the decisions I've been taking in life since I was able to make decisions on my own have been bringing me to where I'm at now.
So yeah. And now that you have gone through your healing process, it's essential to now have clarity of where you want to go,
Hmm.
what you want to do,
Yeah.
because you need to be clear about it to get there, how you're going to do it,
Yeah.
what you're going to do. So it's not only the clarity from your past, but also to be clear of what you want for your future
Yeah.
and how you want to live your life,
Hmm. Hmm.
right? For me, it's a little different because for me, I would always put everybody else first. So in that aspect, I was, like that example I gave you, it was, oh, I'm just stressed. Well, it wasn't stressed. I had, you know, abandonment issues
Hmm.
and that hurt and I wasn't facing it. So when I cleared that, um, when I faced it and was clear that that was actually what I was feeling and have been facing each and every one of my triggers and each and every one of my emotions without sugarcoating them. Uh, Now I'm starting to be even more clear. That now I know exactly what I want, where I want to go, what I want to do, and what I need to do to get there.
Hmm.
So that's why it's fundamental to know, to be aware of what's happening within inside you, to be clear in that aspect, but as well be clear of what you want and who you are.
Yeah. 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 Now it leads me to what I want and who I want to be.
Yeah.
It's more of a clear, peaceful path, more awareness now. But back then, I used to wait for clarity before making
Hmm.
a move.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
that was when my intuition would kick in. It's like, no, you don't have to wait. You just do.
Yeah.
And I think I picked that up early on. Because I've always been a doer. I've always been like, you know what? If it, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know
Yep.
what it may resolve, but I'm gonna give it a shot and I'm
Yeah.
gonna give
You
it a try.
always have.
And
Hmm.
if it doesn't work out, well, at least I tried. Okay, I'm gonna pivot. I'm gonna pivot to something else, or I'm gonna pivot to a different. So I've always been that way,
Yeah.
and it may be like super. It may be uncomfortable for other people because they're we're never that way. And it was always like, I don't know, I just never really been scared of just giving it a shot. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
And but I would burn out of it. I would say I would burn out of it. So for me, it was trying to find whatever it is I give a shot and actually continue working on it because I enjoy doing it. And I've always wanted to find that for me. And it wasn't until now, these last 2 years, it's been clearer and clearer what I want to do.
Hmm.
But, but yeah, it's not confusion, and I used to confuse it a lot. It's not confusion. Um, I look at it more like clarity often feels like discomfort at first before it feels like peace.
Yeah.
So right now I'm feeling more at peace than I was years ago. But it's I'm now seeing the direction that I'm supposed to be going. Whereas back
Yeah.
then it's just like, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it. Let's see what happens. Whereas
Yeah.
now I'm more aligned and it's like, okay, this is what I want to do. How can I get to point A to point B with alignment? Because ultimately I can go out of my way and figure it out, but will it fulfill me? Will it fulfill
Hmm.
with what I'm supposed to be doing? So
Yeah.
that's where I'm working at to continue having that clarity is okay, continue making decisions that are alignment with me so I can reach to that next point.
Yeah. And without having to worry as well
Hmm.
about the outside noise,
Yeah. Yeah.
because you need to have that clarity. Okay, am I doing it for me? Am I doing it for other people, or
Hmm.
to please other people?
Hmm.
So that's something that you need to have clear of, that it is you.
Hmm.
And sometimes it's hard to have that clarity because we've been people pleasing most of our life.
Hmm.
So you would kind of tend to go that way and be like, oh, okay, you start sugarcoating it. No, it's because I do want to. When deep down inside, that is not what you want. So again, that is where being aware of what's happening inside you comes in. To be clear that, yeah, what are your emotions, your triggers.
Yeah, because it's all we've ever known.
Hmm.
It's all we've ever known, and it's hard to open up into accepting different opportunities or making different decisions because it's out of our comfort zone.
Yeah.
And we're just so laser focused on no, it has to be only this way and this way only because that's how we were raised.
Yeah. Or
Where,
that's what's expected of me.
hmm hmm or no, I just want to make my parents proud, but making your parents proud is people pleasing and only doing it how they want you to do it.
Yeah. Or even, and you know what, even that whole, well, I'm doing it because it's going to give me a better life. I don't want to do this, but it's going to give me a better life. I'm going to
Mhm.
make more money.
Yeah.
If you're not happy, that's not having things clear.
Hmm.
Because when you have clarity, everything comes to you
Yeah.
abundantly,
Yeah.
and you're happy, and you're living, and you're eh, being at peace.
Yeah. You can have all the money in the world and still be unhappy.
Yep.
Like you
Hmm.
can, I know so many people who have so much money and they're not nearly as
Yeah.
happy or as peaceful as they thought they were going to be if they made X amount of money.
Or have the career that they've always wanted, and it's not what exactly, doesn't make them as happy as they thought it was.
Mhm. When in reality, you can reverse that and do what makes you happy, monetize what makes you happy. Hence, you can monetize your hobbies because they feel the energy of calmness, of peacefulness that it brings you.
Yeah.
And the moment you start doing that, it's like, oh, you're excited to try new things, or you're excited to continue doing your hobbies, and you're excited to do all of that. And everything will start coming your way. And we talked about this on which episode was it? The last two episodes, where it hits all aspects of your life,
Yeah.
where it doesn't matter, like, as if you're scared, you're going to be scared of everything, of fear, peacefulness, of happiness, of money, of abundance in all areas. And
Hmm.
it goes to show that even if you're scared in one aspect of your life, it actually leads through the rest of the aspects in your life without you knowing or realizing it.
Yeah.
Again, but once the moment we start seeing or trying to be clear or learning how to be clear of what we want and what we want to do and being okay that it's going to cost you, meaning cost you a relationship, cost you the old version of yourself, cost you a dynamic that you've outgrown. What you get in return is peace.
Yeah.
And that peace translates to love, abundance in all areas of your life, money, health, other types of wealth, happiness.
Yeah. And you know what, going back to how you were saying, like monetizing hobbies and things like that, I don't think a lot of people realize that what you love doing, not only can you monetize it, but it's a gift.
Hmm.
It's your gift.
Yeah.
So why not do it because you love to do it? It's like that saying goes, yeah, if you love what you do, you'll never work
Work.
one day in your life.
Yeah.
Something like that, right?
Something like that. Yeah. A day in your life.
Um,
Yeah.
a day in your life. And that's so true because you don't see it as work because you love doing it. And that itself in itself is a gift.
Hmm.
That's a gift. And why not live doing that and live abundantly and happy and at peace? And again, it doesn't matter what anybody says. We're all different. We all have different gifts.
Yeah.
And if you can monetize while, you know, doing your hobby, why not?
You attract the people who will see you for your gift.
Yeah.
And they'll even start asking you, like, how did you do that? How did you do it? Please teach me. Show me your ways. And
Hmm.
it's just without you asking. Like
Yeah.
they'll naturally come to you or they'll naturally send you a message, ask you how to do a specific thing. I mean, to be honest, that's where I'm at right now. People are asking me to level up some of my like how to grow on social media. Like I've been getting so many messages on how I did that. And I eventually want to do it in a way where you can monetize yourself,
Hmm.
monetizing your authentic self. So stay tuned for more of that later on if you're not
Yeah.
following
And
my
and
personal page.
and right now I'm glad that you said that because that's a perfect example of clarity. You're clear
Mhm.
of what you want to do.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so you're working your way towards that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And and another thing is that when you are doing what you love to do and you're happy, people see that.
Mhm.
It's just like, when you go to the store, I mean, how many times have we gone somewhere to a fast food restaurant or to a store and people have really bad customer service? And it's not that they have no manners, it's just that they don't not. they're not happy with what they have.
Yeah.
And so that's what they're
Yeah.
projecting.
Yeah. I mean, I was
So then,
in that situation. Yeah.
yeah. And so what happens is that at the end of the day, because you're projecting that, that's what you're receiving. You're receiving rude people. People don't want to be around you. People don't want to, have contact with you because they can feel that you're not content.
Hmm.
So why not live doing what you love to do, happy, abundantly, and attract happy people, people wanting to know, wait, hold on, you really love doing this.
Yeah.
What do you have to offer? Show me, let me see. Yeah, clarity is for healing, clarity is um it's is very necessary, to understand your past emotions, your past triggers, and also to know where you want to go, what you want to do.
Hmm. That's one thing where, I mean, I continuously now, I would ask myself even more. But when I first started my healing journey, I would think, okay, clarity is the moment you stop asking, what will they think? So I literally had to practice on asking what will they think to start asking, what do I need?
Yeah,
Because who cares of what they think? Ultimately, you're going to live miserable if you pay attention to or if you listen to what they have to think.
yeah.
So once
And
you
that's
start,
because they're miserable themselves.
yeah, yeah. And changing it to what do I need? What do I need to do? What is it that makes me in life? What is it that I love to do, enjoy to do? And ultimately, it's all about choosing yourself without needing permission,
Hmm.
without over explaining, without shrinking yourself to others. It's being honest, going back to honesty and avoiding that avoidance as well.
No. When you are not sure or confused, just take a step back, a couple of breaths, and ground yourself. Go back to within you. Take that time to just take a breather and say, okay, wait a minute, what is really going on inside of me? And you'll get your answers. If you really truly are looking for it, you will get your answers.
Yeah. Be in stillness, even if it's for a couple minutes.
Hmm.
Because I know, I mean, including myself, sometimes like I'm just thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking, and I'm over here, I'm like thinking of everything that I need to do, thinking
Yeah,
of everything that needs to be done, um, thinking of like my online business and what I need to do, everything that I need to, all the edits, all the videos, and just I am constantly thinking 24/7. So the moment, and life moves fast when you're consistently thinking that way. So what I started doing is, okay, taking at least anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes a day and just be in stillness, be in oneness, clear my mind. Just take a couple of those deep breaths. You can do the whole, I mean, personally, I like to do deep breathing exercises to just clear my mind and and literally just bring down the noise because my brain
yeah,
tends to be very noisy. It very is much so very noisy.
yeah. And be in the now.
Yeah.
Be
And
in the now.
and yeah, and that's I mean up to this date there's times where I have to remind myself that I need to be present because I'm always thinking ahead and I'm always thinking of everything that needs to be done now in order for me to go
Yeah,
ahead or in order for us to go ahead. But I need to catch myself, and I'm consistently catching myself that I need to stay still for even for 15 minutes, 5, 10, 15 minutes, and just take a couple of those deep breaths. And especially when I'm like I'm very indecisive when it comes to a big decision or any decision in that I need to take, or if I need to pivot in anything, that's where I pay attention the most. And just be in stillness, be in oneness, and usually God will let me know what needs to be done next. And it can be like the smallest thing, nothing that will yell at you. No, it's usually the smallest, simplest thing as to either write, read a specific book, meditate, find a specific routine. It's nothing big. And I feel like a lot of people tend to think that it's always like a big life-changing decision when they're meditating or when they're praying or talking to God per se. It's usually not. It's usually a very small thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're right. I don't think people really understand. Let me give a quick example of what it is. And it's not life, like the whole, changing your lifestyle.
Mhm.
But I know a lot of people have gone through this. If you drive, um, you, there's times where unconsciously you go into a meditative state.
Mhm.
So it's like, well, you're driving and all of a sudden you get home and you're like, wait, I don't remember if the light was green. I don't remember if I did that stop. I don't remember
Yeah.
how I got home. When did I pass this? You were in meditative state.
Yeah.
So
No, I do that all the time. Yeah.
yeah, so that's what meditation is. Without is clearing your mind, and sometimes we're within yourself.
Mhm. Or when you're looking outside in the clouds or the stars and you're literally just observing nature in general or the scenery in general, you're taking it in. You're literally
Hmm.
clearing your mind.
Yep.
Usually that's what meditation feels
Yeah. Yeah, and you don't have to do it out in nature, and you don't have to do
like.
it,
Mhm.
out. Just take a moment to even sit down, and when you're having dinner, be in that moment, look around, take in your family, what you're having for dinner, the conversation, just take it in. That is being present.
So you're not confused. You're just being called to be honest
Hmm.
and learning to be in the discomfort of avoidance.
Yep.
But once
Yep.
you allow yourself to see clearly, everything usually starts to shift.
Hmm.
Again, clarity isn't something you find, it's something you allow.
Yep.
Very simple. Again, all of these are so simple or so easy to say, so easy to talk about, but it's the action that can be the most difficult. And it's
Yeah.
honesty. It's the honesty. I mean, ultimately, I mean, I wasn't honest with myself for the longest time. I'm sure
Hmm.
there's a lot of people who can relate to that.
Yep.
And it's usually learning to like myself again, learning to accept myself, learning to,
Yeah, essentially is n- learning who you really are.
and being okay with choosing yourself.
Hmm.
And it is not selfish. It's not selfish. I mean, I used to think that way at the very beginning. Like, how can I say no to my mom, or how can I say no to my dad,
Hmm.
or how can I say no to my grandparents, my elders? Like saying no to them was I would always feel guilty. I would always feel guilty. I would always feel like it was selfish because I wasn't raised like that. I was raised that we have to be available 24/7 for these certain individuals.
Yep.
And or if there was anybody needing help, I had to be available because we were raised that way. It doesn't matter what you were doing, you had to literally drop everything and help whatever it is they needed help with. And if you didn't help, it was very disrespectful. It was very selfish. It was rude. And where are my manners?
Hmm.
When
Yep.
in reality, I didn't even know why we were doing it.
Yeah.
I still don't know why we would do it.
Yeah. Yep.
And most of the time they were very ungrateful
Yeah.
because it was a you have to type of thing.
Hmm.
But if I needed help with anything, oh no.
You had to suck it up and figure it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Yep.
So again, and that's where I took it into like, okay, well, if I have to figure it out, well, then they can figure it out.
Hmm. Yeah, because yeah, essentially it's kind of like you treat people the way you want to be treated. Um, but when you're forced to do it, it's different.
Yeah.
It's different. And you just kind of have to earn that respect.
Mhm.
And we weren't earning it. We were giving it without earning it.
Yeah.
Or we were giving it and they weren't earning ours,
Yeah.
I guess you could say.
Yeah. So and once you go through all of these emotions, because they're all emotions at the end of the day,
Hmm.
once you go through all of these different emotions, which is fear, anxiety, unhappiness,
Guilt,
guilt, oh, excuse me.
stress,
Yeah, stress, all of
sadness,
the
anger.
overwhelm,
Hmm.
anger, like all of these emotions. When we start going through them one by one and learning to let go of them, not only do you start seeing things differently, but when people start asking for help, it's like, okay, I'll support you, but you're going to do it yourself.
Hmm.
I can guide you, but you're still going to do it yourself. I'm not going to do it for you because you have to learn to.
Yeah.
And being there in a loving way and learning to do it in a loving way instead of just doing everything for somebody else. And yeah, I mean, with now, my doors are always open for anybody who wants to come in. And if there's anybody who genuinely needs help with anything, I'm always going to be there. Again, supporting, guiding. If it's an experience that I've gone through, if it's something that I've never done, they can call somebody else for that because
Yeah.
I'm not going to do any of that. Like when they come and tell me, oh, well, um, if it's anything kid related, I'm sorry, I don't have the experience. I don't, because I don't have kids.
Hmm.
I was like, I can guide you to somebody who has kids and they can help you. Um, or I can help you if your kid is sick. I mean, I used to do pediatrics, so I can help you with that. But
Yeah.
I did pediatric nursing for a while. But other than that, like I no. Or like when it's something like other decision making, it's like, well, I can help guide you. I'm not going to give you the answer. And all in a loving way. Like I mentioned, I think I mentioned this in every episode, but it's learning how to get into an unconditional love, in a state of unconditional love,
Yeah.
and be non-judgmental, um, and then learning to accept everybody in where they are, not their potential, and not who they can be, but where they are. But yeah, again, it's don't be confused by it. Stop avoiding it. It's better on the other side it's better once you start going through it, getting getting to the other side.
Yep. Yeah. Then you're really going to see things clearly.
Mhm. Literally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you start learning what aligns with you and what isn't. You can pick it up so seamlessly.
Hmm.
So seamlessly. It's like, okay, I want to do this. Okay, I align with this decision. I align with this. I align with that. Okay, I'll go for it. Or
Yeah.
if it's like a random decision, like for instance, I'll give you guys an example. You know how there's I'm going on social media here. So there's this again, I'm new to TikTok. I'm learning TikTok. I know more about Instagram and somewhat about Facebook, but TikTok was like a whole different algorithm for me. So as I'm learning it, I got accepted to do like all of these TikTok shop stuff and got accepted to do like this monetization thing. You know, on TikTok, there's a lot of people trying to sell you something.
Hmm.
And it's usually, okay, they're trying to convince you to buy that product because XYZ.
Yeah.
I've never been a salesperson, and I never saw myself really doing that. But as I look at these videos, I'm like, oh my gosh, this looks so easy. I can probably even give it a try. But it just doesn't align with me because it's not my thing. Yeah, so it's like, okay, well, I guess I can give it a shot and try to sell some things. But if you look at my Instagram page, I never really talk about selling anything on on
Hmm.
my social media pages. So if I were to start selling products on my TikTok per se, it's just it's just going to look confusing because like, wait a minute, why is she selling something when she's posting all about like food or lifestyle or like healing type of content, which is what I absolutely love to do and talk about. But I'm over here trying to sell a product for like $10, $15. That has nothing to
Hmm.
do with what I am. So it's not going to go well for me because I'm not aligned to that. Because to
Yeah.
me, my mind is like, oh, that looks easy. I can definitely do it 100%. But my body is like, no, that's not you. You're going to burn out. You're going to stress out. You're going to have to create all of these videos and you're going to have to continuously be on a trend because all of these products are a trend basis. And it's like, yeah, you're right. I'm already tensed up just thinking about that.
Yeah.
And usually for me, that's my cue that it's not aligned,
That it's not,
not aligning.
yeah, it's not for you.
So anyway, I probably just went off the tangent for that.
No, 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 but it's a good example of, again, the clarity that you have doesn't align with you and you're clear about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So even though there's things that may look very simple, chances are it's probably something that you will not align with,
Yeah.
even though it looks very simple to do.
Yeah.
And if you do it, you're going to get burnt out. You're going to get burnt out. You're going to get stressed. You're going to get overwhelmed. You're going to feel guilty probably after trying to leave it because now you've realized that it's was not for you. So anyway, I thought it was a different type of example.
Yeah, no, but it's a good, like I said, it's a good clear example, or it's a good example of your clarity of,
Yeah,
what aligns with you and what you what's right for you.
right, right.
Because you're right. I mean, in TikTok, you do see a lot of people that has nothing to do with their niche, but yet, they're offering all this stuff, they're selling all this stuff that has nothing to do with them.
Yeah.
And that works for them, and that's great too, because that's, for them that works.
Hmm.
But this doesn't align with you, and it's a great example of you not wanting to do the same thing as everybody else just because it monetizes.
Yeah.
You're just being authentic, and you're just going with what comes from within you.
Hmm.
And again, you are clear about that.
Hmm.
So it is a great example, sister.
But like I said, it's so now I have like free products that they send me and it's like, well, I'm not even gonna post any of these videos because it doesn't.
Mm. Yeah. Well, you can send it over here. I'm not quite there yet.
But yeah, once you get clear about yourself, everything starts aligning to you.
Hmm.
Once you get clear about yourself and what you want to do, all of these opportunities start coming your way. Once you get clear about yourself, you figure out how you want to live your life.
Yeah. And once you get clear about yourself, you begin to heal.
Mhm. Yeah,
So very, very, very interesting topic.
and if not, it's going to force you. It's going to force you to do something that you never expected or experienced. And when you go through it, you're going to be like, it's a forceful thing
Yeah. Yep.
instead of just doing it now, since you are getting some of that clarity in and just going for it, healing all the emotions, or life will force you to do it
Yeah.
in a very unwilling way.
Yep. Yep. That's true.
But as always, thank you to each and every one of you who listen to our podcast or YouTube, on whichever platform you listen to. Thank you to each and every one of the followers on social medias, on all our social medias, on all our platforms. We appreciate each and every one of you as always. I know we say this in every episode, but it's so motivating for us to continue
Yeah.
and really showing you something that really helped us change for the better. And we just want to show everybody else that there's other options. There's other ways of living, other ways of having peace in your life, love in your life, wealth in your life. It's just so it's an amazing experience. And we just want to share that. And hopefully this resonates with you guys. Hopefully it brings you guys something to think about. If you haven't done so already, please follow us on all our social medias, subscribe to our channel, to our podcasts. We also have a free community membership on our Facebook, which I have everything linked down below. We'll see you guys on the other side.
Mhm.
Sending so much light and love your guys' way. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.